The situation at the moment in the world is at a critical juncture. My first job in the Navy was military intelligence. So I look at things like in the Middle East, Syria, and so on, and things like this, in Israel, and Yevre. So it is of interest to me. And Rasul al-Arabia, I study Arabic, so these things become interesting to me. At the moment, the world is going through. The world went through what we call a commodity super cycle. So, oil, neft, and minerals, metal. The prices of this kept going up and up and up as China grew. Now this process is unwinding. And this is affecting the economies of many developing countries like Russia. Australia actually it's affected, but we have tourism and other services to support us. And a lot of countries in the Middle East are being affected by the low oil price. And this is going to likely cause a lot of instability. More than 30% of the population of Saudi Arabia is under the age of 15 years old. So, and over 70% of their jobs before were government jobs. And the government jobs are stopping now because there's not so much money. So this is going to create a situation in the future, and possibly even revolution. So it could be, difficult times ahead in the Middle East. I think Russia itself is going to come back a bit. I think that there's going to be a bit of a rebound in the oil price. And this things like import substitution and things in Russia, some of these things are going to be beneficial as Russia's economy diversifies. But it is still too reliant on oil and gas. But this has given us a little bit of an opportunity. And if the Russian economy is down here, it's much easier for it to grow than when it's up higher and stuff. I think China is still going to continue to grow about 5 or 6% a year, as of course it's slowing down its growth. But as it grows, every time it grows, of course it makes it harder to grow the next year more as a percentage. So actually we're still talking about, in terms of like their oil and stuff like that, their oil has not been reduced, the importation of oil, so it shows that the economy is actually still growing. Europe is in quite a bit of a mess. Europe has lots and lots of problems. And this migration issue at the moment in Europe has been the catalyst for a lot of people to sort of move away and talk about, like England at the moment, talking about leaving the European Union. I view the European Union in general as a mistake. The idea was great, but basically what it's done is they've changed the Deutschmark and called it the euro, and it's only about one country, which is Germany, and because Germany now lets countries like Greece and Italy and Spain, borrow at low interest rates. They can buy German goods. So they basically buy all the German goods on the cheap on German credit with German banks, and it's just created consumers for them, and it only really benefits Germany. And the other countries in the region are realizing this, because in a situation like Greece, the typical situation in a financial crisis is to devalue your currency. Greece could lower its currency, make its goods cheaper, bring in tourism and everything else, but it can't because it's got the euro. And it doesn't control the euro. So this is the biggest problem, is the euro, actually, more so than the European Union, is the actual idea of one currency. Europe's going to continue to struggle with this, and I think countries like Russia, for example, over time will actually benefit from this, particularly Russia's strong relationship with countries like Italy and so on. So at the moment, with the sanctions and everything else, there is like a united front, but that's slowly changing. Anyway, I mean, Russia is more than 140 million people. It's an important market, and it's a developing market, and so this is causing some friction in within Europe about people who want to punish Russia, but at the same time want Russia's money.